Welcome to Deer Island. My name is Monica McDonald, a realtor with eXp Realty. And if you know me, you know how much Deer Island means to me. Over 5 years ago, the current owners give me a great opportunity to help them develop and bring more families into this beautiful 400-acre island surrounded by Lake Dora and Lake Beauclair. Since the current owners, Wally and Karen Owens, took over the Deer Island Country Club and Golf, they have achieved some amazing things, like they're ranking right now as the number 5 in the top 25 Florida public golf courses. They also ranked number 44 in the U.S. public golf courses. And today, it's my pleasure to bring you inside of their home. They have a beautiful lakefront home here in Deer Island, and I want you to get to know Wally and Karen. I want you to know their journey, their vision, and what's next for Deer Island. Come with me. Wally and Karen, thank you so much for having me in your house. It's been a pleasure getting to know you, and thank you for the opportunity that you gave me to help you here in Deer Island. And we would love to know, everybody wants to know, where the idea was born for you to purchase the golf course and all of the lots. I mean, you lived here in Deer Island. What happened? Why did you purchase it?
It's one of those crazy stories. Literally, I came home one day and my phone blew up that the golf course was closing the next day, and it's kind of a shocking situation.
And we aren't golfers.
Yeah, we're not golfers, so that was a situation, but we knew it was going to impact our house and our home and our livelihood and our neighborhood. And so I made a couple phone calls and was able to get in touch with the gentleman that owned the golf course at the time, and asked him if he would meet with us, and he did, and we sat down and began negotiations to buy the golf course, which we were able to do. And the goal at the time was just to kind of keep stability in the neighborhood. There was nothing more to it than that. And subsequently to that, we ended up buying all of the vacant lots, or 65 of the vacant lots, and that's how it came to be. It was just weird phone call on a Friday.
Wow. And that was
It went fast.
Yes, and that was in 2019.
Correct.
Yes.
So you purchased the lots and the golf course March 2019. I remember meeting you guys, and you said, well, I want to take a break. I want to fix the golf course. Then I'm going to put the lots up for sale. And then almost a year later, my phone rang also. And you're like, it was a critical time then. It was 2020, I'm sorry. 2020.
Right.
And it was March of 2020, around that time, and you're like, well, I think I'm ready to sell the lots now.
Right.
And during that time, where a lot of people were at a dark moment, people were cooped up in their houses, it was a great time for Deer Island. How do you experience that? Were you panicking? Do you thought that you maybe made a mistake by purchasing the golf course and the lots? How do you make that into a positive impact to the island?
Well, it was
nerve-wracking for a little while.
Yeah, it was. So basically, we planned to take a year and try to get the golf course in better condition, and to your point, try to take a deep breath and then get somebody to come in and build the houses. We thought that the neighborhood needed houses. There was a lot of vacant lots. I think at that point, the neighborhood was probably 25% built out, but it had been like that for 20 years. It wasn't like it was yesterday. And so pre-COVID, we had entered into a contract with a national builder to sell 50 lots. And we thought we were kind of on our way, and then COVID came, the world went to shit, and they canceled they backed out of the contract. We were one day from closing the golf course, and I can remember like yesterday, we were in the clubhouse trying to navigate COVID, and literally we were going to close the golf course the next day. There was a lot of concern in the industry. What do you do? What do you do? And our governor, DeSantis, had ironically went on TV that day. Somebody asked him in a news conference, what about golf? And he said, thought it was a great idea.
Get outside.
Get outside. And that little blurb on TV, which was carried nationally, was a big deal. And so we kept the golf course open, and
It slowly caught on.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
You know,
just
golf got
better and better.
got better and better every day, and so it was really a strange boost to golf. And then once the shock was over, then real estate came back to life, and that's when we spoke to you, and fortunately through your efforts we were able to sell, I think, 55 lots to a different national builder, and that began the momentum, I think, to finish the neighborhood, which was my goal from the very beginning. And so
Yeah, to get it built out so it didn't look so empty, and it looked strange when you drove out here that there were so many empty lots.
It was very quiet. I remember doing my very first open house. I did it for another agent here, and it was so quiet. Nobody will come in. Nobody knew where Deer Island was.
Oh, everybody thought it's so far out.
It's so far out. And then little by little, once the golf course looked better, once there were more houses, the national builder built all those homes, and they put in some marketing efforts as well. Then the amount of people that we were getting, new families, it's like you guys really breathing life into Deer Island. You know, now there is a true community here.
Yeah, it really feels like it.
yeah, I think that even when we lived here before owning the golf course, it was, you know, people would come and visit and they say, it's just beautiful, but what's wrong? There's no houses.
Yeah.
And it was, you know, it's been like this for 20 years. And so once we sold the 50 lots and built those houses, that started going. I think, like I said, I think we built 100 houses since we went. So since we've owned the golf course, I think we went from about 30% built out to probably 90% today. There's very few lots left, and feels more like a community. And in turn, that's helped the golf course in some ways. That was always the goal. Hopefully more people would play golf. That hasn't really translated correctly, but yeah, the golf course is doing well. The staff stayed on that was here, and
Yeah, we have a great staff.
yeah,
We continued with the same people.
nobody left.
Nobody left.
That's remarkable.
Yeah.
Good.
Really a good group. They work really hard. And, family, Jill, Susan, Pete.
Mike,
And then Mike's been here
30 years.
30 years. The
Really?
superintendent, 30 years.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just 30 years. This is just
Yeah.
last month.
Last month.
That's great. Now, I do remember in 2020, that first summer, usually summers here in the golf course were quiet because nobody wanted to golf
Of
during
course.
the summer. But
Yeah.
that summer, it was so busy
Mm-hmm.
because everybody wanted to be outdoors. So golf
About all you
became-
could do.
Yeah, that's all you could do. And I remember everybody being so accommodating, even coming into the clubhouse. You guys made accommodations, moved the tables, so everybody
Right.
had enough distance, and yet when they were outside, they felt a sense of community.
Yeah, it was nice. They could actually go out and, you know, go to it's a restaurant. It's not a big restaurant of any sorts. but,
Right.
You know, you could get out.
Now, I know you guys have owned several businesses, and you always see Wally around driving his golf cart with Peanut.
Good old Peanut.
Yes, and what do you thought when Wally came home with the idea of buying the golf course?
Well, I knew when he was calling the former owner to try to get in touch with him, see what was going on. And we had met him once at a party, and a very nice couple. And he called, and he met with him, and when he didn't come back within 2 hours, I knew. I knew for sure what was coming. So, and you know, at first I thought, oh boy. But it turned out. It turned out really well.
Yes,
You were a big part of that. We're grateful to you
thank you.
for hanging in there. I know it wasn't easy.
Yeah, it was not, but it was a fun ride.
Yeah,
Right?
right.
It was, looking
I mean,
back.
that's what we should say. 5.5 years. So,
Yes, very good. So what does the future of Deer Island looks like?
well, the new owner, we have it under contract.
Okay,
Should sell probably in September sometime. And he's a much younger fellow than us, and family, has a wife and a little boy. So they're looking forward to, I think, changing things and really doing some new things, maybe with the clubhouse and whatever.
That's exciting.
It
That's
will
good
be.
news.
It'd be great.
It's great for the community, great for the area because this is a true natural island. So, you know, Tavares is very proud to have Deer Island. So, and
It's a beautiful place. I mean,
it truly is. As soon as you pull in, I mean, you just feel like you're somewhere else.
and when you come across the causeway, it's just the best. You have Lake Dora and Lake Beauclair on each side, and it's just so beautiful. I don't think there's any place like it, really.
No, there is not.
No.
So what are you guys going to do next?
Well,
You think Wally will come home with another crazy idea?
he might. But we have our main business, agriculture business, so that's our main thing. But we have grandkids, 4 grandkids, and our son's family. They both live in Denver.
Okay.
So we like to go out there to the mountains and spend more time out there. Now they're getting a little older, so that's in the plans. But,
Well, that's exciting.
yeah.
Well, I'm sure that the whole community is very grateful for all that you guys have done for the island. And I am
Thanks.
grateful as well for you
Oh,
guys giving me the opportunity. Thank you for having me here today. And I can't wait to see what you guys are going to do next.
Les.
Less.
Yeah, less. A little work our way towards retirement, I think. But
Very good.
yeah.